Now it's time for the Lips of Lethal.
Go, Joe, run to the front of Lynchy.
Lynch can't manufacture a mark. Ackermanis, left foot snap. Ackermanis has kicked a goal.
What I thought I'd talk about tonight is the increasing prevalence of what we'll call the chicken wing tackle. That's when a player tackles one arm of an opponent, pins one arm, and the ball is held in his other arm. Now, it didn't happen very often in football history. I know myself, whenever on occasion one arm was pinned and you had the ball in the other hand, you felt completely powerless because there's nothing you can do with it. Now, somehow or other, some bright spark at the AFL thinks you should be able to manage a kick or something with that loose ball, but you can't do anything with it except just drop it. And why that is regarded differently than the ball being pinned, this is I'm sure players are practicing it, because there's now a handful a game when it used to only happen every now and again. So, yep, the chicken wing tackle, it's probably here to stay, but why it is an automatic free kick and it becomes a perfect tackle, I scratch my head. I don't know why, because whoever thought you could kick the ball when one arm's pinned and you're being held and the other arm's free has never played football.
I love it, Leigh, and it's hard to disagree. And you said that 2 weeks ago, and there's no doubt, Jimmy, that clubs are practicing for that exact thing, both from a tackler perspective, but also from having the ball in their hands as well. All right, let's move on to Tasmania yesterday, where Hawthorn Footy Club got the chocolates against the Fremantle Dockers. It was a game, Jimmy, that was toing and froing, and the Hawks are playing some fantastic footy at the moment. And it was set up because Sam Mitchell knew that James Sicily wasn't at his best after a dislocated shoulder, so he sent him forward. Sicily kicked 3 goals, and this is how it played out.
I wasn't doing much down back. I was probably a bit of liability. So yeah, wrapped it. The coach made the move.
I thought he probably wasn't competing quite as well behind the ball. He wasn't having a significant influence. And when you have a player of his calibre who's not as dominant as you would like, we obviously have the scope to move him.
And he's also got the ability to play forward, kick 30 goals in a season early in his career as a forward. And I think that's why Hawthorn's trying to attract some mature talent there, so you can start to swing the magnets around. And look at the shift here. Once they swung him forward, it gave Hawthorn another option up there. Of course, Kel Shadir's been doing his best to fly at a lot of footies, but when you've got the mature body in the skipper in Sicily, it can straighten you up. He's very good one-on-one, and then everybody else feeds off the back of that. I know the Dockers had a loss yesterday, but I think they are as well placed to have a long run of success as the Sydney Swans. And this is why. They have 4 picks in the top 25 of the draft at the moment, Leigh, if the ladder stays the same. So they've got pick 7 from Collingwood for the Lockie Schultz trade. Pick 15 is theirs because of where they are in the ladder. Pick 24 from St Kilda from Liam Henry trade. And pick 11 as well from Port Adelaide. They are so well placed, the Dockers, not just for this year, but for years to come, to bring in some elite young talent. And they're pretty well stocked at every end of the field. But my question to you is, how deep can they go in 2024? I know they lost yesterday, but surely it's still glass half full.
Yeah, I'm pretty keen on the Dockers. I think they're good, very talented team. And Hawthorn got hold of them yesterday, but Hawthorn have been really good lately. We know that, and they're really particularly good in Tasmania at Launceston there. But yeah, no, I think they're pretty good. I must admit, I've been more impressed with those draft picks are all in the top 10, Tom, than in the top 30. But I take what you say. Well,
the best thing you can do is bundle them together and get a couple of top 10 picks, as Jimmy knows, for your time at the Giants. We'll see how that plays out at the end of the season. They might even use a couple on a Richmond player or two.